It's officially the halfway point of the regular season. Welcome to week 5 of the final drive. I'm Zach Hanley alongside Andrew Banstra.
That would be me, and that's right. Just 4 more weeks to make a playoff push. Can you believe that? And as always, we start with our game of the week. And while this rivalry is only a few years old, the battle for Sun Prairie already made the list of the Great American Rivalry Series, slating it as one of the best high school rivalries in the country. Sun Prairie West and East trying to live up to that honor in the first quarter. East already on top, 21-zip. Drew Kavanaugh back to pass, and he finds his man Cooper White, who makes some space and turns on the burners. White pushed out around the 10-yard line, and the big gainer would set up this. Kavanaugh trying to will his Cardinals, zips one to a streaking Connor Stoff, who gives Sun Prairie East the 27-0 lead and the touchdown. But here comes West. This is one of the crazier plays you're ever going to see. A streaking from Brady Rhodes throws the ball, finds Ian Eckley, and he laterals it mid-play to Updike, Caden Updike that is, who finds his way into the end zone, but he would walk away with that. East walks away with the game. They win it 40-7.
Humming. That's the best way to describe the Mount Horton Barneveld offense. Through 4 weeks, the Vikings are averaging over 40 points per game. They can run it, they can throw it, and they make it all look easy. Standing in their way from 5-0, Monona Grove. First quarter, 3rd and 18 for the Vikings. No problem for Casey Helgeson. He sets his feet and chucks it deep to his BFF, Chris Keel, and the 65-yard pitch and catch puts MHB up 8-0. Now, Monona Grove would answer in the second. Gavin Habelwitz dives in for 6 to make it a 2-point game, but the Vikings would respond. Trent Owens running right into your living room and in the end zone. Mount Horton Barneveld goes on to win 44-32. Elsewhere in the Badger Conference, Waunakee continues to roll. They take down Watertown on the road 69-7, and Beaver Dam bounced back after last week's loss with a 20-12 win over Milton.
It is rivalry week in week 5, and Wisconsin Dells and Mauston met for the 80th time. Now the Chiefs lead the all-time series with 45 wins, and we're looking to add to that total tonight. Golden Eagles make that knockoff the reigning South Central champs. Mauston down 7-0 in the second, but on the move, Tyler Link hits Brock Massey, and he muscles his way in to score. Game is now tied at 7. Later in the quarter, more Mauston, this time on the ground. Brady Balden bulls his way in for the score, and the Golden Eagles go up 13-7, but the Chiefs would answer right back. Sam Earnslad make that Earnslad straight up the middle, and he's going in for the score. How about it? But Mauston would come back at the end. They win it 39-37.
Hard to tell what side of the ball is better right now for Lodi. The Blue Devil defense has given up 18 total points in 4 games, while the offense has scored 158 points. That's a well-oiled machine right there. Edgewood looking to slow them down and for their first win in the Capital Conference, but Lodi had different plans. Mason Lane calls his own number. Whoop! The spin cycle sets him free. Blue Devils go up 7-0. It's 10-0 in the second now. Lane with the fake again. This time, though, he hits Jace Kolinski, and the big fella barrels in to put Lodi up 17-zip, and they weren't done. Third quarter now, more Lane, but he's playing hide and seek with our camera. We find him in the end zone. Blue Devils blank the Crusaders 24-0. You want to talk about teams on a roll? Look no further than Columbus. The reigning Division IV champs haven't lost a game since the 2021 season. Safe to say this isn't a rebuilding year for the Cardinals. They just reloaded. Columbus welcoming in Beloit Turner to Fireman's Park tonight, and this quickly became another episode of the Colton Brunell Show. First, he walks in untouched from a couple yards out. And then later in the quarter, it's Brunell again. This time, he dives in for another 6 to put Columbus up 13-0. Same score in the second, and mama, it's that man again. Brunell cashes in for his 3rd tutty on the night. All Columbus in this one. 53-0 is your final.
Staying in the Capital Conference, Lakeside Lutheran hands Monticello New Glarus their first loss of the season, and the same fate for Partyville in Trailways. They fall to Lourdes Academy 45-32. Sometimes an unstoppable force meets an immovable object, and on paper, that's what this Marshall Waterloom game Waterloo game was on a tee. Waterloo's stout defense trying to stymie Columbus's electric offense. Third quarter, 28-24, Marshall leads it, and they did it on the ground. Hand it off to Matthew Model and get out of the way. The running back with a beast-quake run. He says, "Get off of me." And he sets up the 4th and goal with the big run for the Cardinals. Brady Kleinheims drops a dart to Max Temple's breadbasket. Touchdown Marshall, and they take the 32-24 lead. Then in the 4th quarter, Marshall trying to put this game on ice. The jet sweep handoff to Max Temple again, and it's just what they needed. He zigs and zags his way into the end zone and scores the big-time touchdown. Marshall runs away with it, 59-38, the final.
And Mineral Point stays perfect in the SWAL standings. They top Fenimore to set up a big one next week against Darlington, and Lancaster moves to 5-0 with a 43-10 win over Richland Center.